Hi, Kim here today to talk about Trichotillomania and Trichotemnomania in association with OCD in your past lives. I have Trichotillomania, I have Trichotemnomania. I've had it since I was about 12, and it's plagued me for almost 35 years. I'm now 49 years old, and when I watched my first video where I just exposed myself to the world that I have this disease, I saw a lot of shame in myself, and I saw a lot of fear and a lot of pain and suffering just watching my own self on the video. Most of my family members don't know that I have these diseases, and my attempts to share my information on YouTube is an attempt to help myself heal and then to help others heal through my journey of researching how we can find solutions to this disease. Or these afflictions. OCD is very powerful. It seems like it's only been around for the last 20 years. It seems like it's just from our recent Generation X, and not a lot of doctors have information on it. And so I've done my own research here since my first video. My hair has grown a little. I feel like I'm a little bit more in control. But one thing that struck me was that OCD, the repetitive body focused behaviors, can stem from past lives. And in my case, I've gained a little bit more control by looking at these past lives and where they've stemmed from and how they affected my thought process or my subconscious mind in this life. And part of it is, a fear of dying if I have long hair. And I don't know if anyone associates to that, because this is my personal story. Nothing is made up in this video, and it might seem far-fetched and out there to you, but I'm going to share it anyways because it is my true story. I went to many doctors who could not help me. I went to counselors who, would say, just hide your scissors. And you know what? You can't tell somebody with trichotillomania to hide their scissors. It doesn't work. It's like an alcoholic trying to get a drink. If they're going to get the drink, they're going to get it. If I'm going to cut my hair, I'm going to do it. It's like you're in a trance state. Your subconscious mind is in control, and you're being told you need relief in your own mind, and you need to cut to feel better, in my case. I also pull, but that's my secondary disease. My trichotillomania is the #1 thing. I can't control the cutting at all. I can control the pulling sometimes, and I pull my eyelashes, I pull my eyebrows, I pull my hair out. Sometimes I just do it right around the edge here, and I just pull. So I've started observing my behaviors, or what I'm feeling, or what's triggering me when I'm going through, having an episode or a relapse of cutting or pulling. And so I decided to go outside of the box and seek help from a hypnotist. So when she regressed me and told my subconscious mind to show me where the root of the problem was with the hair cutting, it was like I went back a lifetime. All I saw was a fetus in my head, and then I saw I was in another lifetime. And I was an Indian, and I was riding on a horse with people, and somehow I had long black hair down to my back. Something happened, and I got yanked off the horse by a branch or a tree. My hair got caught on something and yanked me off the horse. And I remember hitting my head, and the next thing you know, I'm in a bed, my husband and my son are there, and all of a sudden I died in that past life. And my subconscious mind showed me that. So part of me having long hair in this life has to do with a subconscious fear of dying. If I have long hair, I'm going to die. That helps me to recognize, okay, this is beyond this lifetime. This isn't something that just one thing happened in this lifetime and then it triggered me and then I just cut my hair and I pull my hair. I've been trying to grow my hair for 35 years and I can't seem to get past here. And then an episode will flare up and I just have to cut it off. So the past life therapy helped a little bit. Knowledge is power. And it calmed down my cutting a little bit. But the big thing that happened since I've gone recently was I contacted a psychic medium. And I spoke with her over the phone. And, it's very embarrassing to tell people I can't stop cutting my hair because they don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you can't stop cutting it? Just go to the hairdressers. Or no, it's like a mental illness and I can't stop cutting. And I need you to tell me, is it a past life thing? Is it something I can do to fix this now? What's going on with me? So the psychic medium was amazing. She basically told me that she saw a past life. What came up to her was, I used to live in a boarding house and I was like a cleaning lady. And it was near the water. And there were nuns there running this boarding house. So there were transients in and out of there, sailors, people that moved around. And when I was cleaning the house, I was an attractive girl with long hair. And apparently I had been raped a couple times in that lifetime. And so the nuns took over and cut my hair off to make me look like a boy. And so that they would protect me, so that I would be safe. And basically, she said one of those nuns actually came into this life and followed me. And I remember, she basically told me, you need to thank this nun, acknowledge that she's here because she's basically possessed you, and tell her thank you for keeping me safe, but you're no longer needed. So I couldn't believe it. I was on the phone with her, and I said, okay. So in my head, I thanked this nun who was a spirit possession. And I said, thank you for keeping me safe, and your services are no longer needed. Please leave. And literally something lifted off my body. I can't describe it, but it was just like this settling in me that I knew the spirit had left. And before I had gone to this psychic medium, I was at my brother's house and it was in the morning and I'm babysitting my niece and nephew. And I decided I'm going to pay attention to my feelings of what happens when I cut my hair. What am I feeling? So my father came over and interrupted one of my cutting episodes. I'm in my brother's bathroom trying to trim. I have to fix this. I got to make this even. I'm not looking good. I need to be more perfect. All these crazy thoughts going on in my head. We need to fix this. And I remember my father interrupting me. And all I remember was that something inside me was pissed that he interrupted this cutting session. But it wasn't me. I was observing the feelings, but the feelings weren't me. And so the whole thing about being spiritually possessed by this nun made total sense. And as crazy as that sounds, and I'm putting this out there on YouTube, I'm sharing my truth. And, these diseases are serious. There's not a lot of research. And, the in-the-box treatments don't work. So I'm telling people this stuff so that if they need to go see a psychic medium or they have a choice to go see a hypnotist, they might be able to take more control over their disease. And I know other people are probably going to bash this video and say it's crazy, you're insane, but whatever. I've gained control over my hair cutting and my hair pulling by facing these issues, whether they be past life or whether they be present life. The only thing I can think of how this nun possessed me was when I was like 10, 12 years old. We used to do the Ouija board. And my friends and I played with it all the time. And, we thought it was so cool. Let's have a seance. Let's play with the Ouija board. Well, that's an opportunity for a spirit to possess you. And, that could be the end that this nun had over my presence. And I'm grateful now that I have this experience that I can share with people. So past lives may play a role in your OCD behavior. Trichotillomania and Trichotemnomania are, so many people don't know what they are. But the people that have these afflictions, they really want help. And there's not a lot of answers out there. So I'm just doing my own research. I'm trying to pass on knowledge and wisdom that I've gained. My hair cutting episodes have diminished from me looking at these crazy situations of what could be causing me this. So, try to get to a past life regressionist or, a hypnotist, or try to talk to somebody. A psychic medium can open your consciousness and they can see things that you don't know. I've also found that journaling and praying can help me to observe my feelings of what's going on in my subconscious mind when I am having these episodes. So I will be back with more information. If you want to subscribe to my link below on the red button, feel free to do so. Thank you for listening.